Hey guys, welcome back to the review show. My name is Austin, and How to Train Your Dragons is starring Jay Baruchel, and this is the final chapter, and this is a story about where Toothless is falling in love. There's a love relationship, and there's a new threat, and they're on a hunt, trying to find the hidden world to hide from this new threat, Grimmel. I hope that's how you say his name right. I actually loved this film. I was scared going into it because of how much I loved the first two. The first two were great, and I grew up watching these. The first one came out when I was like 8, so the first one came out like in 2010. So yeah, I'll be like around 8 years old, and I loved the first one. The first one looked beautiful. The second one looked beautiful, and this one looks even tons even better. I love these movies animation, and I like just their style, like their anime style is just great, and I love their story. This one has a great story. Toothless is apparently the last Night Fury, but they call it a Light Fury, and so there's a romantic story which I had a very interest in. Which when I saw the trailers, I'm like, this is just the second one again. It's just a newer threat. And he's basically the same threat, but he doesn't want to take control of the dragons. He actually wants to kill him. So just another Slayer out there. But so yeah, I had a really interest in their relationship, and it focused on them. It focused on that relationship a lot in this film, which I really like. Grimmel is just he's a weak villain. He's he's a boring villain. Like, I get you have to have a threat and all, but he was just there just to drive these people Hiccup and his villagers away to just go find the hidden world. So that's what Grimmel's purpose was, and yeah, yeah, I was scared going into to see this film, especially from the trailers, and how rarely I guess a studio gets greedy with films, and so they don't care about the story or any of the characters. They just want the money, and that's why I was also afraid. And because I even watched the TV show at one point. I watched probably like a season or two. I don't even know if it's still around. It's probably not. I haven't seen it on for a while, so it's probably done so, because that season was taking place between the first film and the second, so it's taking place around there. So I only watched like a couple seasons, not a whole lot, but so yeah, I loved this. I loved the TV show. I loved the first two films. This one, it's just, and what I mean by the same, it's not like it's the same film. I meant like it's a good same. It's still good. So that's what I'm trying to say. I really liked one thing in the film. It might be a spoiler, so I'm not very sure, I guess how I'm gonna go into detail. So if it somehow is to you guys, I don't know. The film has been out for a while, so you guys must have seen it by now. If you guys haven't, then you guys can skip this. So just go to wherever the time is for this. But so there's a line in the film which really caught my eye, is that Grimmel's catching all the dragons, and he has Toothless and he has the Light Fury. And he says that our game has to come to an end soon. And which I really liked about that line is because this movie series, this trilogy has to end soon. So it's like saying goodbye to all these characters that we grew up for the past 8 years. So that line really caught me, because we're saying goodbye to like a lot of things, of like our old Avengers that we grew up for like the past 18-20 years. So we're saying goodbye to those. We're saying, like, I don't know, that line just caught me, and it's like, wow, this is actually it. It's done. Like that's what the writers were telling us. Like this is it. This is done. So there's no more. Well, I guess how the film ended, they could and continue it, but in a different way. I don't know. It's up to them. But for right now, I think this is the final one. Especially how it is basically the final chapter for Hiccup and Toothless. Anyways, they could continue on and making more, but for for Hiccup and Toothless, this is it. This is done. There's no more. You might see them in a future film if they continue on. You know, like they might have a cameo or something. I don't know. That's up to the writers, but the writers are basically trying to tell us that this is it. There's no more. So, that's, I don't know, that line just got me, and like, I don't know. I just really liked it. I'm gonna give How to Train Your Dragons: The Hidden World a B. Yeah, if you guys haven't already checking out this film, go check it out. You guys, I promise you guys that you will like it if you guys like animation films, and if you guys have seen the first one, you're gonna like this one because it's times better. I guess it's not 10 times better, but it's still good, but you guys will like it. So anyway, thank you guys very much, like always, for watching this review, my reviews, and like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye guys.